Welcome to Peoria Connections, the monthly television show of the Peoria Chamber of Commerce, featuring local businesses and showcasing their expertise. I'm Scott Soldat, President and CEO of the Peoria Chamber. This month, we're featuring exciting ways to stay healthy and fit as the summer heat rapidly approaches. Our guests will be discussing body composition testing, yoga, kung fu, naturopathic medicine, and much, much more. Plus, has your car been in for maintenance lately? Fred Hewells from Tech One Auto will be here to talk about summer car prep. And finally, after taking care of your body and your car, it's time to have some fun and play golf. Eryn Williams from Westbrook Village Golf Club will be here to join me and talk about summer golf and more. Today we have Joe Bauschelt from Arizona Bod Pod here to talk with us about body composition testing and some of the other health benefits that are associated with losing weight and staying healthy. Joe, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Scott. Nice to be here.
We appreciate you taking the time to bring in the demonstration of the Bod Pod and to talk about it with us. So tell us a little bit more about what the Bod Pod is and how it can help people.
Well, first, I'll tell you who uses it. The Bod Pod is used by 15 NFL teams, all 3 Mayo clinics, all the major research universities around the country, and it's a great tool for knowing where the athletes or the subjects are as far as their body composition, body fat, lean mass, resting metabolic rate, and calorie targets based on activity level.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And the Bod Pod is considered the gold standard in
Yes,
body composition
testing?
testing?
Yeah, there's only 2 things that there's nothing more accurate than the Bod Pod. Many people have heard of underwater testing or hydrostatic testing, and basically they have the same accuracy. The only thing about the Bod Pod is it's very convenient. You just sit in it, you breathe normally. Underwater testing, hydrostatic testing, they put you in a sling, they put you underwater, you have to blow out all the air in your lungs, and then they put you underwater and weigh you, and it's very difficult for most people to do.
And what about caliper testing?
Caliper testing and also like bioimpedance, you'll see that where people hold it out like this or you stand on a scale or something. Clinical trials have revealed that it's plus or minus 8%. So It's really not accurate, not very useful.
So how does the Bod Pod work and what are some of the benefits?
The Bod Pod is simple air displacement. So we have 2 chambers, one in the back and one in the front. They have exactly the same quantity of air that they hold. We calibrate against this drum. We're actually regulated by the FDA to go through a process each and every time that we use the Bod Pod for accuracy. Once we calibrate, we have the person sit in there. And then the Bod Pod, we do 3 40-second tests. We open it up in between each one. The person just sits there, breathes normally, and it just figures out how much air the person displaces, does a calculation, and then gives us that information.
So who should use it?
Well, we use it on all different subjects. You know, we do corporate wellness programs. We work with sports teams. We work with individual clients. Mostly people, we're in gyms. We're a mobile business. So we put this in a trailer. We move it to a different place all the time. We do group testing, and we usually do 3 tests on a person, and they're usually about 6 weeks apart. And so what they can see is, here's where I started. They can come back in 6 weeks, and they can see if they're losing body fat. This is 5 pounds of body fat, and this is 5 pounds of muscle. All right. Body fat really doesn't do anything for you. Muscle uses about 60 to 70 calories per day, depending on who you talk to. And so what we can track is whether somebody is losing body fat on their program or losing muscle mass. And when they come back in 6 weeks, if they've lost 10, 15% of their muscle mass, what's going to happen is as soon as they stop dieting, they're going to gain weight very quickly because the muscle is no longer there. And the nice thing about losing body fat is that you shrink much quicker because you can see the difference in volume. Both 5 pounds, but the body fat is much larger.
Excellent. So is there anything else that complements the Bod Pod in terms of living healthy and losing weight?
Well, I think that there's many different ways to lose weight. And obviously, there's a lot of different information out there. My wife and I are health coaches with Take Shape for Life, and we have a program that the people lose 2 to 5 pounds a week. And I know that sounds like a lot, but that's why we have the Bod Pod, is we can track them and show that they're losing body fat and retaining their muscle mass.
Joe, thanks for joining us today and for bringing in the visuals. Peoria Chamber is the lowest cost, highest value use of your marketing dollars. If you're not attending the Peoria Connections networking, you're missing out on new clients. We had 50 current and future members at Sam's Club for our first and third Tuesday networking just last month. Join us on Tuesday, May 1st at Odyssey Hospice and Tuesday, May 15th at Massage Envy at Park West. Ben Tosuner from Bikram Yoga Peoria is joining us today, along with Stella Diamond, an instructor at Bikram Yoga here in Peoria. Ben and Stella, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Scott.
So tell us more about Bikram Yoga and what some of the benefits are.
Sure. Bikram Yoga basically is a series of 26 postures and 2 breathing exercises. We practice this in a heated room. This is basically pretty much good for everybody. Every skill level is welcome. At every age, they can be doing this Bikram Yoga. Some of the benefits, it actually improves your entire health system. It's good for your immune system, good for insomnia, obesity, weight loss.
So not just about flexibility.
No.
Much more to it.
Yeah, we start with the flexibility and strength. As soon as we build your flexibility and strength, we go deeper into your complete health.
And when do people start to experience some of those changes?
Immediately, right after the first class, you see some of the changes. One of the changes we hear is that improved focus after the class.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So Stella's going to do some postures today.
Yes, that's correct.
And while she's doing that, you're going to describe what she's doing?
Yes, I will. We're going to start with the half moon pose. We do this posture at the beginning of the class to warm up our body from fingertips to our toes. So she's bending to the right. As she's bending, stretching her body from fingertips to her toes. Tremendous amount of stretching. So this posture is very good for the improvement of flexibility of your spine and toning your core muscles. This is how Bikram kept his waistline at 28 for about 40 years, and he's still wearing the same pants since he was 27, 28. So now she's going to be doing the triangle pose. This posture is also very good for your hips, your upper body, and improves the relationship between your heart and the lungs. So she's stretching up and stretching down, opening up the chest and strengthening the shoulders and opening up the hips.
How long has Stella been an instructor and a student of yoga?
She's been practicing for about 4 or 5 years, and she's been teaching about the same length.
Excellent.
Now we're going to do the camel pose. And this posture is also very good for your entire immune system, basically improving the flexibility of your spine, creating maximum compression, opening up the chest, stimulating the nervous system. We consider the nervous system is the most important part of our body because it communicates between the body and the mind.
And how long would it take a new student to be able to do that pose?
I'd say about, depending on the body, each body is a little bit different, probably about a couple of weeks, we would see some improvement in each student.
Ben, I don't think we've talked about how warm the room is.
Yes, let's talk about that because it's hot yoga.
That.
It is 105 degrees, and we put some humidity in the room so it feels a little bit hotter than that. So when you come to do the Bikram Yoga, you sweat a lot in the room. So drink lots of water before the class.
And what is lots of water? How much should someone bring with them?
Well, you find out what a lot of water is as you practice. It's different for everybody. Generally speaking, it is the half of your body weight in terms of ounces.
Excellent.
So simple calculation. Just drink. You can't go wrong at the beginning with drinking enough water. We live in Arizona. You dehydrate anyway.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. Ben, thanks for joining us
Thank
today,
you, Scott.
and Stella, you as well. We
Thank you.
appreciate you taking the time to give a demonstration on our show. Today, Master Instructor Jerry Dibble is here from United Kung Fu to show us some Tai Chi, as well as talk about the health benefits for people of any age. Jerry, thanks for joining us today.
Well, hi, Scott. Thanks a lot for having me on your show.
It's our
I really
pleasure.
appreciate it.
So talk to us a little bit about Tai Chi and what some of the health benefits are.
Well, Tai Chi is a very old martial arts. And hey, you know what? Let's do some movement.
All right.
Let's do some movement while we're talking, because we can talk. And so we're going to get, the first thing we're going to do is get in a horse position, which this makes a good loosen up idea. Just sitting like this. You know, in the old days, the infantry would stand in this position for a long, long time. And the people that could move the best from this position, they gave them a horse. And that was like having an F-16 fighter jet. So you learn to really get down into this horse position and hold it for long periods of times and hold bricks and stuff, half an hour and so on. We don't start people off there, you know. But with the Tai Chi, we start with the slower movement rocking back and opening the foot on this side on the heel, and then shifting the weight to the other side. So see how I'm still open in the hips, and then turn the back foot on the ball of the foot. And then you keep the body straight and the eyes are up. So you can see just by doing this little movement, if we rock back and then bring the foot in too, I'm exercising my ankles and my knees. We're going to rock the other way and then turn on the ball of the foot and push forward. I'm exercising the calves and the quads and the glutes, everything, even the low back.
So this is really for someone of almost any age.
Yes, well, I wouldn't start the kids with Tai Chi. It's a little slow for them, you know. The kids do Kung Fu with us, and they do the jumping, spinning, wushu kicks, and all of that stuff. They have a great time. So here, we're going to start engaging the upper body. So we hold the ball. So, and you want to extend your energy. You know, draw from the earth, extend through the body into the fingertips, rock back and turn. And then we're going to imagine there's a large bird sitting on this arm with a long tail. We're going to brush the large bird's tail, and we're going to move in to our position here. Then we're going to rock back, hold the ball, right hand's on top, then rock to the other side and do the same thing. Brush the large bird's tail, just like that. And there's our Tai Chi movement for the day.
Excellent.
So generally in the martial arts, they have poems or poetry that go with the different movements. Mm-hmm. And so instead of memorizing a movement as turn this foot, then turn this foot, then straighten the spine, then do the thing, and then rock the thing, and then this pushes down, then this goes, and this about, you know, you
sure,
can't get
absolutely.
it. So they make a big poem for everything. And I really like that because it gives you a mnemonic device that you can grab onto in your training.
Great. So one of the things that's available to people are videos and things that they can find on TV. What are some of the real benefits to coming in and working with an instructor in a class?
That's a great question, Scott. I hear that all the time because people say, what's the book at the library I should get if I want to learn Tai Chi? And I say, well, you know, you can get the book. It's always a good start. But really to learn something, anything, you need three things. You need the community, you need the information, and you need the teacher. I mean, they figured this out a long time ago. I mean, look at college, the way academia is set up. You have a teacher giving information, you have your textbooks which have the information, you have the culture or community that supports the learning process. Without those three things, it's very difficult generally to learn on your own. People end up with all sorts of misalignments and the breathing's off or the tongue position and so on, things that you wouldn't think about that might not be in a book, you know, because it's probably too much information to put in a book. So I would always recommend, especially with any kind of physical movement, that you get a teacher so you stay safe, most importantly.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us today and for showing me a few moves. We appreciate that you took the time to be with us on the show today, Jerry.
Thanks again for having me, Scott.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Melissa Crawford is joining us today from Empire Fitness here in Peoria. Thanks for joining us, Melissa.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us more about Empire Fitness and what type of gym it is.
Empire Fitness is a personal training facility, so we cater to one-on-one personal training and also group training classes.
So your clients typically will come in and sign up and get involved with the trainer immediately.
Right. When they first come in, we do a full body analysis of them. That kind of tells them where they're at. We do a full body scan, so that tells you what your water levels are, kind of metabolically where your fitness level is, and sometimes that's a little surprising to people.
Oh, sure.
For instance, you know, I first did it and I was way older than I thought that I was.
Really?
So it tries to tell you where you're at fitness-wise, and then it helps you establish your goals of where you want to be. From that point, then you decide whether you want to do one-on-one personal training or if you want to join a group fitness class with other people who share your same similar goals.
And you have group fitness classes at Empire Fitness.
Correct, exactly. And that's also done with the personal trainer in there. So it's more economical to do that if your budget is a little tighter, where you've got a group of other people kind of cheering you on and helping you, and you still have that personal trainer that's going, okay, from your assessment, we need to work on you straightening a little bit, or, you know, your knee, we need to work on this. So it's not just, you know, you show up to this class and you're not sure what you want to do. You really do have some good instruction for that.
Great. And who are your clients?
Our clients are everyone from the busy mom to the business person to the older person in our community to the professional athlete that's just wanting to increase their game. We also hold a license to be able to help professional athletes, whether that's football or hockey.
Wow. So help take them to the next level or stay in shape for their sport?
Exactly.
That's very exciting. And when in terms of setting up the training, what's that experience like? People are often a little bit skeptical about having trainers because they don't know what it's like, or they may think someone's going to push them too hard.
Right, right. What we've done, we've tried to create an atmosphere there where people feel relaxed. It's a spa-like atmosphere, so you walk in and you kind of feel like, okay, I'm not so intimidated to be here. We have 2 rooms set up in the back, one for the one-on-one personal training and one for the group. So they're kind of segmented a little bit where you're not feeling like this is a big open gym and I'm not sure where I fit in. We've tried to really make it a place where people aren't intimidated to come in and get back in shape, or for that athlete to feel, like he's got some one-on-one attention.
And how large is the gym?
We're over about 5,000 square feet.
Okay, and where are you located?
We are 84th Avenue and Bell Road.
Oh, great. So very, very, very convenient to
Exactly.
the freeways and pretty much any place in the West Valley.
Right, exactly.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us today, Melissa. I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us about Empire Fitness.
Thank you.
It's almost summertime, and it's time to think about your car maintenance. Fred Hewells is here today from Tech One Auto to talk with us about getting your car ready for the summer. Fred, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having us today, Scott.
So what are some of the things that people should be concerned about when the summer comes and their car and that, we're already hitting 100-degree temperatures?
Right. That's a really good question to ask. Because of the extreme temperatures, whether it be hot or cold, heat is really hard on a car. So we want to make sure that your car is ready to get on that road, to go off to, San Diego for vacation, or even up to the cool climates. So we want to make sure that you're going to get there and not have any troubles.
Right. So what things should be done?
Well, I consider 5 areas that would be really important to look at. One would be tires. The other one to check out your battery. The engine cooling system, and then also what I call the people cooling system. And then, of course, your fluids. You want to make sure all those systems are up to par. The thing is about tires, the heat is really hard on tires. So you want to make sure the tires are good. Not only tire pressures, because if your tire is underinflated, it can overheat and fail on you. And then 2, you want to consider, too, if your tires are more than 4 years old, you want to have them inspected to make sure that they're not on their way out and could cause a failure.
Great suggestions.
And then also, too, your cooling system, you want to check that out. Belts, hoses, make sure they're in good shape. We don't want to be that person on the side of the road, or we don't want you to be that person on the side of the road that's with the hood up and steam coming out of the engine bay, stuck there for a couple hours waiting for help. So if you have it inspected, whether it be at Tech One Auto or another shop that you use, have them check your belts and hoses. And the other thing I would want to check is your fluids. Make sure they're up to par where
Excellent.
They're supposed to be.
How large is your facility?
Our facility is 9 bays.
Wow.
And we have most all of our guys, we have 5 employees. All of them but one are ASC certified master auto technicians, so we have a lot of experience.
So you work on a wide range of vehicles?
Yes, we do. Yeah, we work on domestic Asians, we do Europeans, and we also do hybrid vehicles and alternative fuel vehicles.
Oh, great. So someone who has one of those can feel comfortable if they come into your shop?
Absolutely, absolutely.
What else should motorists be concerned about with rising temperatures? And, we spend a lot of time on the road here.
Right. Well, as I said, one thing too, you want to check out your people cooling system, make sure that the air conditioning is up to par, make sure they can take out that heat that you generate in the inside of the vehicle, make sure everybody's comfortable. And as I said too, you want to check your battery, make sure it's going to start the vehicle because the heat's really hard on the battery, so you want to make sure that's good. But then there's other things you want to consider too. You got to be prepared for the unforeseen accident. We've all seen I-17, stacked up for, people stuck on the highway for up to 2 hours because of an accident. So we want to be prepared. Have things in the car for the kids to do, and then also have water, so that way we can have something to drink for our passengers.
So the best thing is take your car in, let a qualified technician look at it, such as someone at Tech One Auto,
Right.
and really get a good diagnostic test of where you stand with your vehicle.
Have your vehicle evaluated and make sure that it's going to get you on your trip safely.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining me today, Fred.
Thanks for having me, Scott.
Get ready for an amazing wine tasting event on Sunday, May 20th. The Chamber is partnering with Blue Agave Arizona Kitchen and the Tasting Room to bring the Wild West wine tasting to North Peoria. This incredible first-time event will be held at Blue Agave and feature many wineries and exceptional food. Silent auction proceeds are to benefit a North Peoria young disabled child in need of a service dog. Dr. Tiffany Mitchell is here from Sunshine Healthcare Center to talk about naturopathic medicine. Dr. Mitchell, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having me, Scott. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. So tell us more about naturopathic medicine and how it differs from other types.
I'd be glad to. Naturopathic medicine is a type of medicinal philosophy where we're going to work with a person's body to help facilitate the innate ability to heal, which lies in all of us. We utilize a variety of natural medicines, which are both safe and effective, to treat a variety of illness, whether it be acute problems or chronic unresolved illness.
Excellent. So what type of clients typically come to you?
Scott, our patients are, they're either coming in because they desire a different approach, whether it be for, like say, cold or flu or pharyngitis. Maybe they don't want to be prescribed a medication. They'd rather be prescribed something from a natural origin, maybe an herb, a supplement, something like that. Or our patients may come to us because they have chronic unresolved illness and they haven't been able to get the type of healthcare results that they desire with the conventional medical community.
So there's a pretty broad range of things that you can help people with.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that we are, we're probably the first and foremost authority on preventative medicine, but naturopathic medicine offers quite a bit to people who are suffering from all kinds of different ailments.
Great. And how large is your practice?
Our practice consists of myself, another medical doctor, we have a massage therapist, and we have several other medical assistants that help us. We're about 2,200 square feet.
Great.
And we also do a lot of IV therapies, so we have a large area, segmented toward chelation and vitamin and mineral IV therapies.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
About IV therapy, chelation?
Yes, and chelation.
Absolutely. Chelation is something that's very helpful if a person has a high level of heavy metal toxicity that needs to be addressed, and or maybe they're suffering from cardiovascular problems such as atherosclerosis, hardening of the arteries, high cholesterol, something like that. It's very effective at eradicating excess calcium that gets deposited in the arterial lining.
That's excellent. That's amazing too. Talk to us about affordability. People often wonder how much something costs when they, and I'm not asking how much it costs specifically, but,
sure.
but in terms of other types of medicine,
yeah.
Is it similar? Is it more or less?
People are demanding affordable health care right now, and we're really trying to make sure that we can meet that need. We offer a variety of wellness plans. We have financing options. We also have a sliding scale for those individuals who may be unemployed. We also do accept insurance at Sunshine Healthcare.
Okay.
I personally am directly contracted with United Healthcare and Cigna right now. The other doctor in the office, Dr. Guy Mers, takes a whole other variety of insurances, including Medicare and Blue Cross and Blue Shield, and many others.
And where are you located?
We're located at the cross streets on 94th Drive in Thunderbird. We're in Peoria. It's 13660 North 94th Drive.
Great. Dr. Mitchell, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you very much for having me, Scott.
Williams is here to talk with us more about Westbrook Village. She is the Marketing and Membership Coordinator, and there's some really exciting things going on for Westbrook Village Golf right now. Eryn, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having us. This is awesome.
So tell us more about the golf courses and the options that are available.
Right. We are not a private club. We are actually open to the public. We are member-owned, but we welcome public play, so we are semi-private. We're by no means a country club. And a good example of that is there's 2 public restaurants on the property, and members don't have any type of food and beverage monthly minimum or anything like that to reach, which is unlike most country clubs. There are also 2 public driving ranges that the public can come and use.
Really?
And
Okay.
on those driving ranges, we have professional staff on hand to give instruction and give lessons to any aspiring golfer that wants to come and try our course.
Excellent. So as it gets hotter in the summer, I've heard that you have a summer program. What's that all about?
Yeah, and this is also open to anybody. Come May 1st, which is just around the corner, we have our summer cooler passes. And that, like I said, you come in the pro shop and you can buy 5 rounds for $99, which is a pretty good deal. And you can use them whenever you'd like and buy as many as you want throughout summer. So
Great. Is it difficult to meet other golfers to play with? Maybe you play and other people in your family don't?
Right, absolutely not. There are tons of membership packages, but there's also tons of different clubs once you are a member that you could join. There are men's clubs, ladies clubs, couples clubs, and there's even some 9-hole options for the ladies and the couples leagues. And then there's even a weekend men's club so that if the men can't play during the week and they're like full-time, they can still come and play on the weekends in the club.
And so someone can get involved in one of those clubs
Oh,
just
yeah.
by coming into
Yeah.
the course?
As soon as they sign up, they're given contact information for the club's presidents, and then they can begin networking. And these clubs are really designed just so that the members can create really strong friendships because everything's just really convenient. And to make friendships there and to play golf there every day is something that they look forward to. And so there's really like a family atmosphere within our club, and that's what I think is one of our most special qualities. So.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
How long have you been playing golf?
I've been playing golf for about 20 years now, and the whole reason I even moved to the Fresno area is because of golf. So to work here and to be able to promote something that I love is just even better. So it's really nice.
Very exciting. So tell us a little bit more about the packages that you offer.
Sure. We have a wide variety of memberships. There are tons for couples and for singles, so it could just be for one of the members of the household, like you said, if they don't play golf. To start with, we have our annual membership, which is 12 months, our semi-annual membership, which is for 6 months, so that's good for snowbirds that leave, different parts of the year and then want to come back. Yeah, and then we have our weekend memberships that are Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and even holidays. So if Monday is President's Day or something, they can come and still play on that. So our newest addition is actually our associate membership, which has been pretty popular. That one is more of like a play-as-you-go type membership. So after a small initiation fee for both partners in the household, they can come and either purchase a 30 or a 20 play card. And if these rounds expire, then you can just keep buying more. So that's the play-as-you-go type deal. And I think that's been really popular because there's some people that want to play frequently, and then there's some that want to play only once in a while. They're just beginning or it gets hot, and so they have these rounds through the whole year. They're not constantly paying monthly for that. So that's been one of our more popular memberships.
Where is Westbrook Village located?
We're located on the corner of 91st and Union Hills. So.
And there's 2 courses?
There's 2 courses for everyone to play on. There's the Vistas course and the Lakes course, and there's restaurants located on both that are also open to the public. So.
Excellent. Thanks for joining me today, Eryn.
No problem. Thank you for having us.
Well, that's our show for this month. We would love to hear from you if you have a question about something you saw here today on Peoria Connections, or you have an idea. Send me an email at ssoldat@peoriachamber.com.